The difference between SFG and other companies is, you hear that you need to invest in the things that matter, but so many people's feet don't do that. And I see here that with words and actions, we invest in things that matter. And the things that matter are relationships with each other and relationships with the families that we sit down with and serve. You don't spend all your time working on your job at the expense of everything else. Yeah, you really spend your time and your energy on the things that matter.
The other morning, it was Friday morning, and I was sitting in school with my son, and he was just kind of leaning on me. The teacher was reading a book, and I was looking around, and there were no other parents there. How lucky am I to be with a company that really puts this first and really makes this possible? And it's definitely the work that I put in, but it's also the company that helps facilitate that work and make sure I get the most for that work.
Wealth is not just money. Wealth is time and money. You make all the money in the world, but if you don't have any time to spend it doing the things that you enjoy with the people that you care about, then what's the point?
What's really fun about SFG is I actually get more energy. I have more energy at the end of the day than the beginning of the day, because it's exciting and there's so many great things happening and the people lift me up. And I've been doing this a long time, and I'm more excited than I've ever been in 26 years.
So many people lose that balance of personal life to work life. And it's so important when you've got a family that you have the time and obviously the money to do the things that you want to do. But if all you've got is one or the other, it doesn't really work out usually.
So you balance the profit line out, and that allows you to balance your personal lives out more. And that's what we wanted for everyone that joined our company, was not to be so just caught up in trying to make the business work that they forgot to make their life work.
When I got started in the industry, I was working with another company that didn't have any lead program at all. My job was to go out and see upwards of 100 businesses a week and just go door to door. And I think that's what the majority of the industry does, the vast majority of the industry.
With our company, what we do is we own a direct mail lead house, a mail house, and we mail out millions of letters. We get about a 1% return, 1.25% return. But the people that are truly interested fill that lead out from top to bottom. They give us their home phone, cell phone, work phone, when to call, where to call. The lead talks about our product.
We know the people that have filled our forms out, when they were filling that form out, they knew that they needed that coverage. That if something were to happen to mom or dad, it would put them in a really tough position to keep the house or to pay those final expenses. And so our agents can have confidence knowing that they're dealing with people that know they need the product.
Now we're not spending all of our time prospecting. We're actually spending our time talking with people who know what we sell and have expressed an interest in it. And that makes all the difference in the world.
The security that used to be associated with corporate jobs just isn't there anymore. You see the layoffs. I've seen it over and over and over again. And I've had people say to me, well, being on commissions is scary because I'm worried, like, what if I don't make a sale or something like that. Well, really, if you work for another company, you have no control over your paycheck.
A job is designed to pay you just enough to keep you from quitting, and you're going to work just hard enough to keep them from firing you. That's a bad system. Here, you can come here no matter where you come from, no matter where you come from. All that matters is where you're trying to get. They will help you get where you're trying to get. You want to make $500 a month, you can. You want to make $5,000 a month, you can. You want to make $20,000 a month, you can.
Symmetry Financial Group is it's much like a franchisable opportunity because it's got all the marketing in place, all the carriers in place. Everything is in place for someone that does want to grow their business or build an organization to go out and have all the tools at their disposal to recruit people in and hire them and train them to run the model that we have and ensure that they can be successful.
Our buy-in is that if you bring sweat equity to the table, if you're willing to work and you have the ambition and the dream of running a business and owning a business, then we'll allow you to participate in that part of the model. And that's the value of a system. Because if you don't have a system, then you're trying to create it all yourself. You're doing all your training yourself. You're doing everything yourself. And so that's the value of Symmetry Financial Group, is we allow you to really run and operate a business within our business. And we throw the keys if that's what you want.
When I looked up at my managers, when I looked up at the people who were higher up than me, what I saw was more money, less time. They were on their 5th heart attack and 4th marriage. And to me, that's just not appealing. It's not an income that I want. It's a lifestyle that I want. The money is a byproduct of the lifestyle.
The wealthy families that I saw, they had built legacies, they had built businesses that provided for the family long term, and the family was then able to enjoy time together. Like go on vacations, go on trips together, spend that time that you're never going to be able to get back.
People work 30, 40 years and they're proud of it, which is great. And at the end, what do they have to show for it? What type of lifestyle are they living? And that's where I looked at it more from, again, the business side. Do I want to be the guy across the kitchen or the conference table that's 67 years old, that's been doing it for life, and he has no life? And why wait until you're 67, 70 to take the trip to the Mediterranean? Why not do it now?
When you actually can, earn a good living and have the time to enjoy it, is, you can be a lot more active. So I like being active. We do a lot of mountain biking, do some surfing and some snowboarding. And my wife Sarah, we recently just bought a piece of land, so we've gotten into a little bit of the farming thing. We have 2 or 3 goats and a cat and a dog. So we don't have kids yet, but we have some animals that we like to take care of. So we enjoy doing that.
I have a family with 3 small kids. The older kids love to be outside as well. They love to ride their bikes. They just love being outside. And personally, I love to play music. Done that for 20 years. So that's probably my biggest personal hobby. I think, because of the insurance industry, because of Symmetry Financial Group, we've been able to do that. We've been able to go snowboarding and mountain biking, and we play golf all over the world, and we're not very good at it, but exactly. we enjoy it.
In places that we never would have had the opportunity to do that.
Right. Surfing in Hawaii. Yeah. He actually taught me how to surf.
In Hawaii.
In Hawaii.
Pretty neat. And surfing in Fiji, which is, again, these insurance companies send you all over the place. So when we go to these destinations, we don't just like to sit at the hotel. We like to get out there and be active. And a lot of our agents and managers are in the same boat. They like to get out there and get the adrenaline going a little bit. We call it fear bonding. We'll go out and scare each other a little bit in some of these activities we do. So it's a good time.
Yeah, fear bonding in Whistler Blackcomb, coming down, mountain biking trails that probably shouldn't have been on. Helmets and shoulder pads and geared up, and somehow we still end up bloody.
We have big goals, we have big ambition, we're shooting for the moon. And again, we're all kind of in sync doing, like you said, there's a very transparent, it's an open culture. You got to call somebody that's not in your agency, or you got to call up, down, sideways. Somebody's there for you.
When I first started with SFG, I went outside and took a picture of this place, and I was like, they're not going to be here for long, and I like the intimacy of the company. It was small, that was okay. I know one day down the road, the toddler's going to be an all-star.
If I were looking at our company for the first time, one of the biggest questions I would have is, am I too late? And to that I would say, we're just now getting started. We haven't done anything yet, and we've accomplished some great things in this industry. But if SFG were a building, we've just laid the footer.
Yep, ground floor. The only thing they've missed at this point is the growing pains.